Live!
What's that, Chuck? The Apes have taken over San Francisco. Coming at you live. The Apes have taken over San Francisco. Well, God damn it, get the guns, Chuck! Fuck, he's gone.
Damn stinking apes!
You dirty apes. Alright.
Damn you all to hell!
What's up, YouTube? It's your Everyday Bros coming at you once again with another movie review. This time we're checking out War for the Planet of the Apes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The long-awaited third installment of the trilogy.
Possibly final. I mean, well, I guess trilogy.
It's three.
I mean, I shouldn't have even said that. I'm sorry. Please progress.
All right. Well, yeah, this movie was something else. I definitely went in expecting balls to the wall, monkey versus people, just fighting. You know, just knocking each other down, shotguns, fire sticks, whatever, arrows, horses. Yeah, fire sticks.
Not the recording devices.
Not the recording devices.
Those out
No, not the Amazon Fire Sticks.
Throwing Cody's and black boxes.
Right.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I was expecting something else, and I got a something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say to anybody out there who was thinking about going to see it. Look, two things I would recommend. One, watch the prior two, because it really pieces it all together. You see Caesar's progression, and I'm telling you, I mean, it sounds a little hokey or cheesy, but it really does bring it all together. Second thing, even though the title is War for the Planet of the Apes, okay, yeah, they should probably just call it drama amongst apes or something like that, because there was some fighting, there was some action. Don't get me wrong. There was war, but not what you're thinking. Like Bernardo was saying, I expected, if you saw the second one, which I can't remember if it was Dawn or Rise, I don't remember.
Rise.
That it was Rise,
yeah.
Where that climactic scene on the Golden Gate Bridge, and then the fighting between the humans and the apes and the police and all that. Yeah. I thought we were gonna get that 10 times. Yeah. So you go in and you're expecting a war, and then you don't get it. But what you do get, man, you get a pretty good drama. I didn't like the movie when I left. I was like, where was my war for the planet? Where was my big, epic, Braveheart kind of battles to the death? But the more people ask me how I felt about it, the more I talked to them about what I saw in the movie, and they didn't care about the spoilers, the more I realized, this was a good movie. Yeah. It was well done. So when you go in and watch it, think of it more like an action drama, because it was well done in that capacity. I walked away mad, but after I processed it, I realized that was really a good movie, and I would recommend you see it.
Yeah, I recommend it too. All right, Well, see you next time, dudes. If you don't want no spoilers, cut the video.
Cut the video.
Bye-bye. You know what I was thinking of?
We're putting in our belching.
We're not adding anything to this up.
No.
We're not. But it's War for the Planet of the Apes, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. But it's not the apes doing the fighting. It's the humans versus the humans. Yeah. And that is what the title's referring to. It's not so much the apes and Caesar. And I got it afterwards. I thought so. I was like, it clicked. I'm like, that makes sense.
That's deepness.
That is deepness. Because the climactic ending scene is where two factions of the human army have broken up. Well, there's one guy that's evil and he wants to just kill everyone that's infected with the simian disease.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's character, the Colonel.
The Colonel, who ends up dying of the disease. Big spoiler. And then we got the other side, which they say they have vaccines for it now. But they come to fight Woody, and it's a shit show. And then there's a big avalanche, and everyone dies. And that's it. That's it. There's no more human army as far as we know. And the apes just run off into the forest and then to some desert. And then they make it to like a lake. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That is their planet now. Yeah. They won. We killed ourselves. That's the whole fucking thing of the movie. It's War for the Planet of the Apes. But it's not a war with the apes. It's war against ourselves.
Yeah, that's heavy.
That's heavy.
Because, that's why I was saying earlier that there was a war. There was a climactic fight, but it wasn't man versus like the intelligent apes. It was actually human beings fighting other human beings. And as it almost in a kind of a poetic justice, we killed ourselves.
Yep.
Woody Harrelson's group and the Colonel, they were pretty much annihilated by this invading faction and also by the apes in a scene escaping and blowing shit up. But and then the invading faction, they were celebrating that they had won, and they're about to turn their guns on Caesar and the remaining apes because they still have their friends. And with all the explosions, they caused an avalanche, wiping out all the humans. So technically, the apes, aside from the flu, they had nothing to do with the actual fighting and war that wiped out the last remnants of humanity. Man, it was heavy. I mean, that was good. And when I said it like a drama, I told a couple people the spoilers. There was that scene. Remember when they had, spoiler, they had captured some of the apes and Woody Harrelson's like a death camp. And they were making them construct a wall, not for the apes, but for the invading faction.
Yeah.
And it was straight out of the Ten Commandments. It was like this old orangutan, and you know how they, in the Ten Commandments, the old guy, he's trying to lift and he falls down and he's not able to lift anymore. And they drag him off to the side and they start like beating and whipping this ape. And then Caesar's like, stop! And then all the other apes stop working. They look at Caesar, and then Woody Harrelson's character's like, man, get that dude. And they bring him up, and they start beating on him.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson's character says, now I want you to tell those apes to get back to work. And Caesar's like, no, I'm not going to do that. They need food and they need water. So Woody Harrelson takes out his sidearm and pops the old orangutan in the head and just kills him instantly and points the gun at Caesar's face and says, look, you tell those apes to get back to work. Caesar's like, they need food and water.
Yeah.
And he leans his head actually into the gun. That's what you call drama. And then Woody Harrelson's character started counting down 5, 4, and Caesar wasn't going to bend. He was going to die for this. Then the gorillas seeing all this, they start working because they were like, I don't want to see that happen. That was a scene that was like, and there was a lot of other scenes like that to where you felt something in that.
Right.
You felt that. Or, again, spoiler, Woody Harrelson's crew, in one of their invading raids, kills Caesar's wife and oldest son. So he's going back to Woody's place.
Yeah.
He's on a road of revenge.
Oh, yeah.
And all that comes with it and the responsibility of taking on his moral high ground versus his desire for revenge. And if you remember the character Koba in the second movie, that was what he was all about because he hated humans. And occasionally, Caesar would have flashbacks
Right.
of Koba basically saying, yeah, go this route. This is what you're going to do because I told you how humans were. So there was this struggle. I loved it. I mean, I loved it.
It was good.
If you go in not thinking about it being a, balls to the wall, like you said, an action flick of explosions, and get into the idea that it's a well-done drama. I mean, I'm going on, I don't mean to insult these other movies, but it was almost like watching like a Schindler's List or 10 Commandments and Roots all rolled into one. It wasn't about war. It was about how does an oppressed group who are treated badly rise up against their oppressors.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say other than you can't mess with that kind of film. That was powerful to me. And they did it with CGI gorillas. I thought it was great.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a definite recommend.
Definitely. That's all I got.
That's it, man. I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
All right.